Guys, it is the big one. Episode 10. We've made it. Congratulations, boys. Big round of applause to both of you. 10 episodes. Everybody told us we weren't going to make it to 6. In your face. Welcome to another episode of The Stream PC. Okay, guys. So I was scrolling on TikTok today, and I saw the streamer. I actually don't remember their name, even though I wasn't going to use it anyways. And he was live, and he was telling his chat, because I guess somebody was in there saying, "Ew, you're eating on stream. That's unprofessional." First off, no, it's not. But he told his chat live, which he didn't have many viewers. Which this is kind of like a sketchy kind of, maybe you don't do that, but I respected it. He said, "If you don't like me eating on stream, don't watch. Go watch a different streamer because I'm comfortable being a streamer and I'm gonna sit here and eat." I followed instantly. Like I was like, "Yo, that is how you do it." I don't understand where viewers get to come in and kind of like voice that opinion. Like everybody has an opinion. Everybody should be able to voice their opinion. But like, if you don't like me eating on stream, exactly what he said, it shouldn't have to be said out loud. Is leave. Like if I'm comfortable to sit here and eat in front of you while I'm doing it, A, I'm human. Like I'm gonna eat, obviously, right? But B, like this is my stream. I'm gonna conduct it how I want. So, what are your guys' thoughts? What are your opinions? Am I crazy, wrong for supporting that, or what?
And let us know in the chat what y'all think. Like, how do y'all feel about it? Would you eat on stream? Yeah, I'm curious.
That's great. We'll put that in the polls.
Me personally, I don't eat on stream at all.
Why?
I think there's like 2 occasions I have eaten on stream, and it was because I lost a poll on both occasions. First time I had to eat pineapple pizza because hashtag pineapple doesn't go on pizza.
Pineapple belongs on pizza.
All right, chat. All right,
it's delicious.
Does it? Yeah. I don't know.
It does not. And the second time I lost the poll again to chat and had to do double pineapple pizza.
Look how they murdered my boy.
I'm telling you, it was not a fun time.
I enjoyed it. It was funny to watch.
But I don't eat on stream. Basically, I don't know, man. It's just weird for me. You know, like I've always been that kind of person. Like if I'm sitting down at a table with friends and I'm eating in front of them and they're not eating, it's just a weird thing for me, you know? So I kind of feel like that if I eat on stream. Like what if somebody's on the other side watching me and they're not eating, you know? So, and I'm like, and I'm just stuffing my face full of food, you know? And I don't know. It's a weird thing. But I will say whenever I take my breaks on stream, you know, I'll take like bio breaks. You know, I'll go grab another bottle of water. I'll grab like a apple or a banana or something like that, snack on it. And I always got my trusty water bottle with me, always at my side. That's my snack, only snack on stream other than vape.
Yeah, let's be honest, your snack is vaping.
Vape's a snack. Okay, so you don't do it, and you explained why. That's totally okay. But what are your views on other streamers doing it? Like, do you have an opinion on it?
I mean, do whatever you feel comfortable with, in my opinion. I mean, telling someone that they don't like that you're eating on stream is like saying, I don't like you playing this game. Well, if my content's not for you, then you don't need to be here.
Right.
You know?
Okay. Big Sauce McSaucy, what is thy opinion on this subject?
Let them eat.
Let them eat.
Eat what you want. Do what you want. I love hot Cheetos. I have Code Red. Okay. I'll eat gummy clusters.
This guy.
Just whatever I want, because you know what? This is my house. I'm going to eat what I want to eat whenever I want to eat it. And if someone else don't like it, fuck them. They can do whatever they want. And you want to know a really cool thing?
Shots fired.
I've seen several creators on different platforms that literally make a whole content out of just eating on camera.
Oh, okay.
There are people that literally that's all they do for their content.
Right.
There's, I believe, Mama Tot on TikTok's actually one of them. She doesn't do that's not her whole content, but every once in a while she'll sit down, she'll have a meal, and it's to remind people to actually take the time to eat breakfast and have someone to eat a meal with. So her little TikTok gives someone a chance to actually connect and share a meal with somebody.
Huh.
So
Pretty cool.
Okay.
kind of flips what Lucky has in his mind like on its head a little bit, because he's thinking, what if they're not eating? But what if you're the reason that they remember to go grab something to eat and they're actually taking care of themselves?
I haven't actually thought about it that way.
That is interesting. Yeah, I mean, we've
Makes
talked
me
about it
laugh.
in the past.
Yeah.
I mean, we are role models to our communities, whether we want to be or realize that we are or should be for some streamers out there. You're a role model to the people that watch you in some shape or way or form or another. So I think that is an awesome message that they are sending out. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I think I would recommend, if you are eating on stream, to just make it like simple to eat things. Because sometimes it's a little hectic when you're trying to stream and you're using a fork and everything else. But if that's your thing, do your thing. If you want to eat a salad on stream, eat a salad on stream.
I'm already inspired.
But,
Next stream, I'm gonna have me like some chicken wings, all the sauce,
double winged up though.
Hey, whatever you guys want to do, just make sure you got some baby wipes for your
Keyboard.
Oh,
My
that would be
keyboard's
bad.
sticky. What's going on?
What the dang hey?
No, I mean, I'm guilty of it all the time. Like I'll be so busy hanging out with the children or the kids whenever I get home, like forget to eat, and then I sit down because I'm like, stream time, right? Because I put that pressure on myself, which is unnecessary. But like I'm like, I told everybody to be there at 9. I got to be there. Then I'll run and sit down and start streaming, and here comes my super awesome wife. Shout out to her. She'll bring me a plate of food, and Sauce called out salad. I was sitting here trying to eat a salad while playing Call of Duty. You know how hectic that was? Like, it was so bad.
It's terrible.
In the chat, somebody came in and followed me. I was like fork down, like full of like lettuce. I was like, welcome in. We eat here. So, yeah. I mean, that's just one of those things. Like, it's just. It is what it is, and I don't see anything against it. What I'm more against is a viewer or like a commenter coming in and telling me how to run my stream. Like that's the quickest way to get me out of my element and see that asshole side of me come out. Like the other day I was streaming to YouTube, and this person came in and they just kept telling me, hey, play this game, hey, play this game, hey, play this game. And I nicely, a couple of times, I was patient. I was just like, hey, nope, this is what's scheduled today, this is what we're playing today. I'd love you to watch and stay and maybe learn more about this game, since you don't seem to know much about it because you want me to play something else. And then they kept asking, and finally I just lost my fuse, and I was just like, yeah, don't ask again or I'm gonna have you banned, because like that's annoying. Like, we're playing what we're playing, we're not playing that, so I just don't like that. Like, you're the streamer, you're conducting. I mean, we talked about this episode, what, 2, 3, 4, somewhere in there. Like, you conduct your stream. Like, we have a plan. Now,
Right.
Has there been times where we've seen streamers get donated, thousands of dollars to switch games? That RuneScape guy, remember that?
RuneScape.
He's like, I will never play RuneScape. And somebing they donated him. He's like, I was hey,
I'm playing RuneScape.
hey,
If I
throw it
remember
down.
It was like $1,000. Like, hell yeah, I'll hop on some old school RuneScape.
Yeah. So, I know a certain streamer that plays a certain game on Sundays because he put a money dono up there, and now he's stuck playing that game. So, I mean, those things make sense, but like coming in and telling me like in my chat, hey, play this game. Who are you? Like, who are you? No, like that's frustrating. So I just hate that people are out here making streamers uncomfortable, just trying to tell them what to do. Like, I don't like that. Newer streamers might be afraid, and then they listen and play that game. Maybe it's not their game. Maybe it's not their element. Now, it just ruins their whole vibe. And I hate to see a newer, I always want to say younger, but age doesn't matter here. It's, 10 years streaming. So a newer streamer, fall for that. I can't stand that. So, but as far as that goes, I mean, eat, dude. Like Sauce mentioned, like somebody could need that, which I know sounds ridiculous out there to some of you guys that haven't experienced what that is. But I can also see what Lucky's point of view of it is. It's like, what if one of his viewers is like maybe can't afford to eat or something, like what if they're struggling, and then he's just sitting here eating. At the same time, Lucky, I don't think you should ever put yourself in a position where you're not taking care of yourself, because that's happening. But I mean,
I still eat.
He's an off stream.
I still gonna eat.
I just think it's one of those things, and I know people have said it in the past, but like, At the end of the day, if we could feed everybody, we would. You know?
Oh yeah.
Well, I know Lucky's not going to be able to answer this one, but
Oh.
Aztecan, what is your go-to stream snack?
Go-to stream snack?
Mhm.
I feel like you already know, so this is a loaded question. It is the old hot Cheetos con limon. Like, they're so good.
Limon.
Very bad for your controller, especially if you have a white PS5 controller.
It's a
That,
little red now.
that little sauce powder is not not good for the controller. But yeah, I mean, I do that, and honestly, and I'm trying to cut down on it, but like Dr. Pepper, dude. Dr. Pepper, that's my happy drink. Like, you know, it's what I drink. I'm a big emotional eater. Happy, I eat. Sad, I eat. You know, celebrating, I eat. Like, I'm very, very driven to eat with any emotion, so I'm just fat. But Dr. Pepper is just one of those things that really helped me, I feel like, calm down. You know, like when I'm sitting here streaming, and you know, even today, you know, sometimes you get stream nerves depending on what you have going on, or you know what your number is. For those of you that look at it, like, you know, Sauce told you not to. I just feel like it calms me, you know. So yeah, those are my two. I love candy on stream, dude. Like good Jolly Rancher, because it can just like, kind of pack it in the back of your cheek, so it doesn't really mess with your ability to speak, and you know, it tastes amazing. So, what about you?
I'm jealous.
What are you
Jealous.
eating on stream, son? Well, you
You already
chose not
know.
to eat, Lucky.
No, it's not even that. You know, I've only been drinking water for like the past like 9 months.
Right.
I'm sorry.
You know, I had no sodas, no candy. I had to eat dark chocolate.
Oh my god, that's not even worth it.
Yes, this is for you younger viewers or listeners to the podcast. When you get very old, you can no longer have the yummy stuff. You gotta switch to some herbal tea and water and some salad.
Hey, Uncle Ira would be proud of my tea. So,
Anyway, Sauce, I think I already know yours as well. Yes, but what is it?
Well, you know, I'm gonna have to tell you that Code Red trumps the hell out of Dr. Pepper. I'm just saying, Code Red is the nectar of the gods. Delicious, love it. And I also go with some hot Cheetos. They can have limon or not, I don't care. Just hot Cheetos in general. They
Yeah, I mean, they're
bussin'.
great. But that's something special about that limon, man. Limon
I mean,
Cheetos,
it
bro.
do hit. It do hit.
Ooh.
Now, if I'm talking sweet though, we're
Okay.
going either gummy clusters or we're going Sour Patch Kids
Gotcha.
because
nice.
they are.
I will say,
on the point.
whenever I drank sodas and stuff, Dr. Pepper was better than Code Red. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that out there.
Well, I just
Your
thought it was
opinion's
funny.
Not valid, sir.
No. Everybody's opinion is valid.
Not
But
Lucky's. We can't
Sauce
do this.
Sauce brought up a really good point. You know, Code Red does come from the gods. It just comes from the teat of a Dr. Pepper. Okay. So
Dr. Pepper's not even the best Dr. Pepper drink.
All right, listen, don't go here, because I am such
We've
a
already
big
talked about this.
big Mr. Pibb fan, bro. Mr. Pibb be so good. I
That's
just
what I'm
can't,
saying.
I can't
Mr.
find it
Pibb
anywhere.
And all that is better than Dr. Pepper.
You
And
gotta go
Dr.
to, like-
Pepper is like its own thing. Like,
you have to come to
Right.
my town to find. It's
Jesus,
everywhere
that's so
here.
far away. Oh no, because I'm closer to Texas, so like this is where the home of Dr. Pepper. So like we can't find that
any
crap.
place that has Piggly Wiggly has a has a Mr. Pibb.
You
We
gotta
have
go
a
to
Piggly
like the
Wiggly.
sketchiest
that's
little
what-
like convenience store, you know, where like you walk in and you're like, I'm getting stabbed tonight. Like it's like, yeah,
Worth
you
it.
gotta go.
So you
No,
gotta go
Mr.
where the
Pibb is
Popeyes are
top
as well.
tier,
I got you.
I love Popeyes.
Popeyes is goaded. I will eat Popeyes on stream too. I don't care. Down
Listen,
for it.
Listen, that might be where I draw the line, because I make noises.
He said it's too nasty. It's too graphic.
I get really exactly. I start sucking my
He said
finger.
maybe on his other
chicken
blue and
grease.
white site, he might have that Popeyes.
Sound like noises from Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, squishy.
Oh,
just-
macaroni in a pot. I got you.
yeah. So yeah, so you know, to the streamers watching, I know we got off on our own thing there for a minute, but do what you want on your stream. If you want to eat, eat.
Yeah.
Don't let somebody come in and try to tell you, hey, don't do that. Don't watch. I love their message. Maybe not be so aggressive, because it definitely comes off, if you don't care like me, you definitely come off as a giant asshole just telling people not to watch your content and leave. I've had people comment on my stuff on social medias before telling me, you really thought this video was worth posting? It's not relatable. But it was like something I posted like for my community because it was relatable to my community. And I just commented on there and I was like, hey, check out my other content. If you don't like my content, don't follow me, don't watch me. Feel free to block me. And then they commented back and something along the lines of, wow, you're going to go far in this career telling everybody not to watch you. Okay. Look at that person's channel. Look at like 5 followers. They have like 100 videos posted, no views, bro. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to take advice from you. Like, sure. Yeah, okay.
Some will, some won't. So what next?
Exactly.
That is a big philosophy whenever you get into sales or anything else in life. Not everything's going to pan out for you. You're not everybody's cup of tea. And in the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Like if they have an opinion on it, cool. Enjoy your opinion, bro. I hope you love that. It keeps you warm at night. I'm going to do my thing and enjoy my life and not give a fuck about what you got to say.
Just my opinion.
That's right.
That's hilarious, dude. Okay. All right. A little more of a serious topic that I want to talk about. And I'm not personally going to get into the politics of the situation. Okay. But it has been announced that TikTok will be banned. Obviously, there's still ways for that to not happen, so don't go, freaking out and doing all of that. But the portion of TikTok being banned that I would like to go over is the fact that there's all these content creators, more specifically TikTok streamers, that are like freaking out. They're like, oh my God, like all this work is wasted and now my career is over and blah, blah, blah. First off, stop. Okay. You learned one of the most valuable assets, which honestly, TikTok is a super great place to learn. You learned how to set up, a streaming, because most of those guys would have the OBS abilities or the Tikfinity. The TikTok Live Studio ability. So you're already familiar with working with software. So you're already ahead of the curve of any other new streamer coming in streaming anywhere else. You already understand what it is like to be a personality. If anything, I think TikTok streamers have more personality than other streamers in other categories at first. Don't jump me. So you already know how to do that, and you already are somewhat used to looking at chat. You're already used to getting the spam of alerts. Like you are more geared and prepared to come into a Twitch, a YouTube, a Kick, whatever you want to stream to, and be a streamer. Also, and I know this isn't popular, but you can still do Instagram. I think you have to pay for it, but I believe there's Twitter that you can stream to in a vertical format as well. And then there's honestly the one that you should already be doing is YouTube Shorts. You can stream into vertical format to Shorts, which is honestly for me and Sauce, I know, has been way better than streaming in
landscape.
Thank you. The word escaped my brain immediately into this landscape format. So
I saw it leave.
Bro, you saw it? I was like, oh, try to catch it real quick. Couldn't catch it. So I don't know. I get it. You have a home and it's leaving and you're like being forced out, kicked out of it. I know that sucks. I know that's scary. Definitely, content worthy to bitch about it right now. But the point I'm trying to make is you're not done. Don't give up, dude. If anything, welcome to Twitch, welcome to YouTube, welcome to Kick. We'd all love to have you. I'm excited. If it goes away for short form purposes, that really sucks. It really does. I'm not happy about it. I've definitely put a lot of work into it. But from a point of view of being a content creator, you're telling me there's 100,000 people about to flood into all the other platforms? Bet. Like, that's awesome. I want that. So no, I don't want TikTok banned, but like the fact that we're about to have that many more viewers and new competition to fill up the bottom of the board while we're up here already, I'm excited about that person. I mean, that's super selfish. I get it, but I'm excited about that. Anything to add to that, boys? What do you guys think? TikTok getting banned? What do you think?
I mean, it's a sad thing. I mean, a lot of people have, like, people who were even scared to even be on camera started out on TikTok. I've seen quite a few of them. They got the courage from posting online, showing their personalities and, trying to make themselves better. And to a point to where, that's actually how they make their living. There's people who make their living off of TikTok, especially off of TikTok Shop now.
It just blew up like overnight, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's really a sad thing to see it if it gets banned.
Yeah, it's definitely not a great thing for that to happen. Anybody losing their, ability to make money for their family is a terrible thing. However, I will say this is a wake-up call for anyone who hasn't already started using other platforms. Anytime you're reliant on one platform, you are shooting yourself in the foot. That's why whenever we talk about where you should be posting content, whenever you first get started, we say you should post to TikTok, but we also say Instagram. We also say you should be posting on YouTube Shorts. So it's super important to diversify yourself and be everywhere. That way you have the chance to do so. And I know I'm a big proponent of streaming on maybe 1 or 2 platforms and not like 17.
Right.
But if that's your thing, cool. You're everywhere. That's awesome. So obviously take everything I say with a grain of salt because I'm a fallible human as well. But I think that's the biggest thing you can learn from this. And I think it's important to take something and learn from it, even when it's a bad situation. Because this is something we all have no control over at the end of the day.
Right.
If it happens, it happens, We might wake up one day and it not be there. So if that's the case, you need to start putting yourself in the position right now, if you haven't already, and make the switch, or at least start making a community on the other platforms. Tell your people on TikTok that you're over there on YouTube, you're over there on Instagram. Try to funnel as many people over as possible right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't happen, cool, you got more people that are watching on other platforms, like worst case scenario.
And on TikTok, you can put your link tree in your profile, that way they can get, quick access to all your other socials and stuff.
Which unfortunately for the people that do watch our short form content, you have to have, and I don't know the numbers, but you have to have a certain amount of followers in order to get your link tree in there.
1,000, I believe.
We don't have that for the stream PC. So we've had several people ask me, what are the links? And I've had to privately message them, which is super annoying, but it is what it is. At least people are asking, that's super exciting. But how many have we missed out on that haven't asked because, they have that rule where we can't put a link in there. Like, that's frustrating, dude. But
there was a loophole in that at one point.
Set yourself to a business account.
Right.
And you automatically have access to a link.
Yeah, I looked at that.
You're stuck with certain things.
But. Right. I don't remember what the my watch is dying. That threw me off.
The drawback to it was the music for
the copywritten sounds and stuff.
Well, we don't use music,
which we don't use anyway, so that would be a smart move for us, probably.
Maybe okay. Yeah, because I think you can always switch it away from a business account, can't you?
You can.
You can. Yep.
Huh. Well, there you go. There's a random tip that I just learned for you listeners as well. If you need a link in there and you have under 1,000 followers, with the idea that TikTok will be there moving forward. But yeah, I mean, 100%. I've heard so many creators already jump ship and try to find the next best thing in apps, which I don't have an answer for you guys of what the next big thing is going to be. The competitor directly to TikTok Shorts TikTok videos should already be YouTube Shorts. So, I mean, honestly, that's my recommendation. You once you start learning how to use YouTube Shorts, you really don't even tell the difference that you're not on TikTok. So, I mean, I definitely think from a video standpoint, at least, that
I legitimately forget which one I'm on sometimes.
Yeah, I was on Instagram Reels because I didn't even realize that Instagram Reels was its own thing, just like Shorts and TikTok. I didn't realize it. I just accidentally found my way there one day, and after probably 20-30 minutes, probably like an hour, honestly, of mindlessly scrolling, I was like, huh, I gotta go check my Instagram. I was like, oh wait, I'm already on Instagram.
You're like,
wait, I forgot where I was. So yeah,
where am I?
So I mean, there's other homes. I mean, you guys will be all right. And I love what Saw said. Like, you should already been doing it, but B, like, this is hello, wake up. Like, you should be everywhere already. So I think that's super awesome. But yeah, I think a lot of people just get comfortable, and I think a lot of people just get kind of nestled into like a flow and you know how to what's the word I'm looking for,
Like a routine.
a routine. Thank you, a routine of setting up and starting stream and doing all that, and they're just afraid to hit it. But I mean, honestly, they should already be everywhere, dude. So
I mean, being comfortable is a dangerous thing sometimes.
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've all been guilty of just like being comfortable and coasting for a little while, and then like looking down, and realizing like, hey, I haven't done anything to spice anything up in a while.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, Lucky, you were just adding something new here recently, weren't you?
Yeah. It took me like 5 or 6 days to figure it out, but I kind of got in a comfort zone where like everything was the same. You know, every stream I haven't really been doing anything to kind of like change something up a little bit, and I was like, man, I need to do something different. You know, because whenever I first started out streaming, it was like I would spend hours and hours learning new things, all these cool new things. Oh, would this work in my stream? What can I do with this? What can I do with Snap Camera? And it got to a point to where I was just like, I'm done. You know, I've done all these things. I'm comfortable now. And I was like, you know what? I need to do something else. I miss that adventure. You know, that adventure of learning something and trying to implement it, something new into the stream for the viewers and for me.
right.
And I spent about 6 days learning how to put first off, getting VR to work with OBS. It's not hard. I'm just a slow learner. And
what's VR for our older listeners that might not know?
Virtual reality.
Whoa!
The like those glasses.
Future.
Full immersion.
Oh my gosh! So like those glasses you put on?
Yeah.
Oh.
But no, gonna be starting up. I spent about 6 days learning how to put mods and VR Skyrim or Skyrim VR. Set it backwards.
Oh,
that lovely game. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like dragons in your face?
Yeah, all in your face. And spiders. No, let's not forget the spiders.
Yeah, that's the part I don't think you're excited about.
I'm not excited about it. I'm not ready for it. I'm terrified. But
there are mods to take those out, by the way.
There are, but I want the game to not be like super far away from vanilla, but it turns out in Skyrim VR, they set you at like the 2011 version of the game. So you have to add a bunch of mods to improve quality, bug fixes, and you know, stuff to make VR more, you know, playable while you're in the game and stuff.
So for those of you who don't know what vanilla means like basic, like no changes made to it, just the form that it came in whenever you first got it.
Right.
And mods are anything that you add in order to enhance your gameplay or change it in any way.
Yeah.
Vanilla also means boring.
I disagree. I think vanilla playthroughs are probably some of my favorite, honestly, whenever you're talking about games. And vanilla ice cream, really freaking fire. Let's be honest.
I'm a big vanilla ice cream guy, so I hate that vanilla has been coined to boring. But if you're in general, I'm not talking about gaming in general, vanilla, it just means boring. Like, I've heard people be like, "Oh, you have a vanilla personality." Like, what does that mean? Like, you know,
I mean,
they weren't talking to me
recently.
They weren't talking to me.
You know that song that came out recently, like going, "I'm vanilla, baby. I whip you, but I ain't no good in it." You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
No, I have zero idea.
I have a pretty.
It was on Book Talk. It was on Book Talk.
Random music in my head, but that is not one of them.
I can't remember the song. I'm gonna look it up for you. I'm gonna leave it in the comments. It's called "Lovin' on Me" by Jack Harlow. And it's
yeah.
I don't like no whips and chains. You can break me down. Where's the song? I'm vanilla, baby. I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby.
Yeah, I know.
228 telling me I'm still a baby. Yeah.
It's hard to understand that he's saying vanilla baby because like the way he does the voice right there. Yeah. I'm vanilla baby. Yeah. I've heard it now, yeah. As soon as it's Jack Harlow, like, my brain was like, yeah, you've heard that.
You said, oh, Jack Harlow. That guy. Yeah, there was like all these like really like nerdy looking white guys in like a a button up or whatever, that would go from like doing nothing to like looking at the camera seductively whenever that something's going on.
I love that you guys brought up, getting comfortable and kind of just, for lack of a better word, being stale. Because I definitely feel like here lately, it's not that I've been comfortable, it's that I feel like I've been taking on like a lot of different things. So I feel like I haven't really put in time for my own content, like as in like short form or like behind off the stream stuff, or even implementing new things to the stream. Like if anybody that follows me pays attention, like I've definitely like way cooled it on my TikTok content. Nothing to do with the band, just not having the time that I want to put those together. And I'm at a point like in my career where I don't want to just like shit post, and I don't want to like put things out there. I'm literally defining shit posting right now for those of you that don't know. Just posting something for the sake of posting it, something that might not be edited correctly or might not, or if I would have put a little more effort into it, it could be a really good video that does well, where I just post it, vanilla, and then it not do so good. So I'm at that point where I don't want to do that. Have I done that in the last couple of weeks? For sure, because I'm like, okay, it's been a day or two without posting anything. You gotta post something, brother. Like, let's go, let's get it done. So I hate doing that, but
I definitely realize one of those pops off once in a while, though. Like one of those vanilla shit posts,
bro.
Yeah,
that makes nothing hurts my soul more than a vanilla post popping off. When I had like bigger plans for it, I'm like, could have popped off more if I would have got to do what I wanted to do, or would it have a negative effect and not ever pop off at all? Like, that's a question that you're going to ask yourself as a content creator all the time when certain things happen. If I could have done this, would have been done better. So
yeah, it's a weird place sometimes, man.
But like I took an hour to myself the other day, and I was like, sit down and focus on changing something up. What can we do differently? And I came up with a new idea for community night. I did that, and then I come up with some different stuff that I want to do on stream, for the sake of not being comfortable and kind of being in that same realm. I think when I made this decision, I think it was like it's been longer, about a year ago now. I made that decision to stop being comfortable, and I decided that I was going to do one of the most uncomfortable things at that time that I thought that I could do on stream. So I was going to get up and dance, like physically get up and dance like a weirdo. I was like, I'm going to do this because I feel like it's going to force me out of that shell of being kind of just a sit down, play Call of Duty streamer, and to kind of show more of my personality. And obviously since that time, we have not gotten away from that almost on any stream. So you never know, but part of being comfortable is I see a lot of people get a little bit of success, which whatever your definition of success in that moment is, maybe you average 0 viewers and you average 5 that stream. What new streamers will do is they'll sit down and they'll analyze that stream like everybody tells them to, and they'll be like, okay, so I need to recreate this stream every time going forward so I can get those 5 people back. Yeah. So that's one of the worst things that I see a lot of new guys do is they find success in that one thing, like that one day, and they want to repeat it, and it's probably not even their best day. So, we talked about in the past where like posting content that people can find later, is you have to bring your A game every stream. So when people start getting to that vanilla point of just not wanting to grow or change, I feel like it sets them back a lot, because you never know your full potential because you had one lucky stream. And I hate to say that at the end of the day, that's exactly what that day was. It was a lucky day that you went from 0 to 5.
All he has is lucky streams.
No, some of them are bards. Some of them are games.
Oh, every once in a while. I think it's also important to know that just because something's vanilla doesn't mean you need to go ahead and figure out how to make chocolate ice cream.
But I love it.
And what I mean by that is you don't need to change everything.
Right.
Changing one little thing at a time is what you should be doing. So maybe add some sprinkles to that vanilla ice cream. Or maybe you like fruit in your ice cream. Whatever, like little things. That way you're not alienating the people who are watching by changing everything up immediately. That goes for if you're creating content long form wise, or if you're creating streams. It doesn't really matter. So you're not going to want to change your editing style and the content you're making and your intro, all of that on one video.
Yeah.
You might want to change your editing style, make 5 videos like that, then change something else, make 5 videos like that. See how it goes over those videos. And if something gives you negative feedback within those 5 videos, you're like, okay, maybe that wasn't a move, and revert back to what you were, change it a little bit different. It's all incremental changes that you're going to be making. I mean, I've changed many things over the course of my time. My name has changed several times. So things will change, and it's okay. Change is good.
Yeah.
Being stagnant is bad. And there's nothing wrong being comfortable.
Right.
What we want you to be is be comfortable, but be willing to be uncomfortable.
Right.
So do
Yeah,
one
like-
little thing that's going to make you uncomfortable.
You just changed your logo again, didn't you?
Yeah, I literally
Like,
just changed my
just-
logo because
Yeah.
I'm a big Xbox guy. I like old school Xbox colors. So I switched to green and black, and I made a new logo for myself, which I'm pretty proud of.
Looks pretty
And,
good, man. Looks pretty
Thanks.
good.
Thanks. Appreciate it. So little things, you know, like I wasn't going to do that and then immediately start streaming Farming Simulator. I realized that I hate on Farming Simulator a lot.
did. You do.
Yeah.
I have nothing against it, I swear.
Yeah, we got an email from Farmer Simulator community, and they are not happy with you, dude. Like
It's all
they-
right.
they're like,
It'll take them a while to get here on the tractor.
Nah, they got the new 2024 John Deere's. Those things are booming. All right.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. They got to survive some nuclear fallout first.
Yeah, I mean, just you have to try new things. You have to. I cannot imagine being a full-time gamer in one specific game 100% of the time. I cannot. I always joke and I play that I'm gonna go full-time on a certain game, and then I play that game a couple days in a row, and I'm like, yeah, this is not happening. Like, I cannot, not for the sake of like getting like too bored or anything. Just like I feel like I'm missing out. Like FOMO. Like
any game played way too much gets stale over time.
Not my games. Not my games. I don't have.
Oh,
a
you
problem.
just said that. You literally just that was
said it.
literally what you were talking about, sir. Oh my gosh. So Lucky, when is that stream going to be where you're actually jumping into VR Skyrim?
We're gonna do a test stream this Saturday.
Give me the tea.
This weekend, which is what's the day? Wednesday.
Yes, today is Wednesday. For everyone who's out
The
there,
27th.
we film these on Wednesdays. So the 27th?
Yep.
Yes.
27th.
So this airs on the 28th, Lucky.
Yeah. So they'll never see this.
So yesterday,
we already have the stream.
yes, yesterday.
Well,
I'm gonna-
if it goes well, if the test stream goes well,
Yeah.
when
we'll
will
talk
you
about it.
be making it a regular thing?
Yeah, I'll probably make it a regular thing. I've played a little bit of it once I finally got it working properly. I mean, the world is so big and there's so much you can do in VR. It's insane. I mean, I
Massive.
literally the vanilla version of it. Oh, I tried it for about an hour, and you just have floating hands. You can't interact with nobody. You can't touch nothing but weapons and stuff like that. And it was kind of boring.
What?
With the mods, you got a full body. You can like pick up random cabbage, which I found, by the way. Found the cabbages.
Nice.
Yeah, found
Cabbages.
those, and now I got them hidden. I took them all up.
I will find them.
Away from the farm.
He's hoarding his cabbage.
And I hid them somewhere. It's gonna be great.
Oh,
That's awesome. So,
But 221 mods is what I'm currently using.
so we're
It's a
thinking
problem.
like
Yes, a
this
problem.
is going to be like a Thursday stream kind of thing for you, Saturday kind of thing for you.
It'll probably be like maybe a every other Saturday kind of thing.
Okay, that's fair.
Unless I can get another stream day in the week, which is possible, but maybe not.
Unlikely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We shall see.
Maybe
To be determined.
add extra stream day once a month or something. You know,
Possible.
maybe.
Little surprise stream here and there.
Boom. Yeah, it's just surprise streams always seem to be loved by the community. You know,
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, you're here, and we didn't
What?
expect you."
You're on today.
Right.
What's this guy doing?
Yeah. Hey, what are you? Yeah. Then they're like, "Hey, what are you doing?" Hey,
Wait, you're not supposed to
Hey, you're
be
not
here.
supposed to be on today.
like, sorry for being here. I don't know. Yeah.
Or those test streams where like 7 people pop in and you're like, oh, hey, how's it going? Just
This
checking
isn't
something
awkward.
out.
You tell the wife, you're like, "Hey, honey, I'm gonna do a test. Some of my stuff hasn't been working correctly. I want to get it figured out. I want to increase my quality. Blah blah blah." And then 3 hours later, you walk in there, and you're like, "So a lot of people showed up to the test stream."
See, what happened was,
What you say is, so the test stream went really well.
Yeah. So
I got instant feedback.
instant, right? Yeah. We got a couple of raids, couple subs. We couldn't just dip. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So I think that's an important thing. Go ahead.
That's something that we haven't really discussed is like, would you, if somebody were to raid you, how much longer do you stay on the stream?
I
Like,
was
if you were
literally
about- if-
walking into that.
Were
Right?
you? Were you? Yeah,
Oh,
so like,
no.
would you wait a while? Like if you're about to raid out yourself or in stream, somebody comes in with a raid,
Yeah.
doesn't matter the size, and do you keep playing for a little bit or?
So I know
Y'all be like-
Sauce, no matter what Sauce says next, he rated me last night, very late for him. And I'm like, "You were supposed to be done like 45 minutes ago, sir." He's like, "Yeah, I got raids." So we know Sauce's answer.
Yeah.
Okay,
Actual answer.
All right. So it depends. If it's like 5-10 minutes before I'm gonna raid out, I'll stay on a little extra if I'm able to, because I do have a strict cutoff time for my streams, because I have to go pick my wife up from work at a certain time. So I cannot be late for that, or I will be in doghouse for a long time. Sauce no like doghouse.
Sauce no like doghouse.
Sauce no like doghouse.
Hey, what you
So-
do, man, is you build that doghouse to be nice. That's the trick.
Yeah, no. I just don't go to it. So
Yeah, hey, this
It's
is
better.
my doghouse.
it's better not being there. Hey, that's a nice chair you got there, but I'm sure it's not as comfortable as your bed to
Hey,
sleep in it.
this thing lays down.
That's great. Don't fall over, please.
No, please do. Pull the content.
So, like I said, I think it kind of depends. If it's within that time frame, cool. I'll go on for a little bit longer. Maybe if I'm doing a quest, maybe I'll do one more quest, like a quick one, and try to get that done. But if it's literally as I'm typing in /raid username, then we going on a raid together, buddy. You coming with me, and I'm gonna let them know, hey, this is also this person's community,
Right.
because they just raided me and I had to head out. So I think that's usually how I do it. But I want to say, do not feel pressured to stay on longer just because someone raided you.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay
Yeah.
to get off on your time if you need to. If that
Right.
is your schedule and you need to stick to your schedule, stick to your schedule.
Me, I normally like Saw says, it depends for me. Most of the time I will stay on maybe another 30 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe another hour. But like if it's super early in the morning and I'm just about, about to pass out at my computer, I'll welcome everybody in. I'll talk about like their stream, like what they enjoyed, what the streamer played, what was some of the viewers like favorite moments.
Oh, you give
stuff
them
like
their
that
5
in
minutes
their
of fame,
stream.
basically.
Right. Give them their 5 minutes of fame because they still selected you to trust with their community and everything.
Yeah.
So you still have to give that respect.
Right.
But then I'll be like, well, we were in the process of raiding out. I'm about to pass out at my PC at my computer desk. So let's keep this love moving forward. More fuel for the fire. Let's keep the love moving forward over to the next guy or next
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's
Yeah, I
what I
mean,
do.
Depending on what game I'm playing, like if I'm playing, something that's match based or whatever, I'll probably kick in one more match. For me, which is the worst thing possible. Like, even if it's already past my bedtime and I have work tomorrow, like I'll do one more match just because I want to, like, in my head, like, I want to give all those new people a chance to kind of see like my personality while playing the game, to kind of make sure, you know, I keep my regular personality while chatting and stuff like that, to see if I have that chance to, like, you know, gain a new viewer or gain a new follower or whatever. Obviously, like, the whole point of streaming, right? So I will do that, and I will say, like, if you can be headstrong and not do that, I would definitely suggest to not do that. Just because, I mean, I don't know how many times I've regretted it. You know, the next day driving to work is miserable. Being at work is miserable. I mean, it's miserable anyways, but it's like more miserable than normal, you know? So it's definitely a lot. It's definitely way too much on the body.
Make a Friday feel like a Monday.
Yes. And now,
kind of miserable.
If you want to really get in depth with like life and stuff, you know, now guess what? If you have to come back and stream the next day, your stream's going to be bad because you're going to be tired, or you're going to overdo it on caffeine. No, you're not so hot. You know, it just really sets up a whole list of bad domino effect things of just like, well, I screwed up. So I definitely think, you know, exactly what like you said is just like, you know, talk to the person for a minute, thank them so much, and then keep it pushing, like, get out of there. You know, now if you're able to and it's not going to affect you in any of those negative ways, I definitely say, you know, try to gain yourself a new member of your community, you know, be you and show them why. But especially here lately, I can't think of a single raid that I've gotten as of late where I've managed to keep anybody from that raid. And I'm a late night streamer, so I don't know if that takes into effect or in a factor of it, where if I get raided, you know, 20, 30, 40 people, I look up and I'm back to my regular number within 5 minutes, you know. And before, you guys know, especially, you know, before, that would destroy me mentally. I'd be like, oh, I suck so bad. They left instantly, you know, which now time and learning, right? It's not that. It's just like they watched their TV show, their streamer, TV show ended. Now they got to go take care of themselves, bed, food, whatever it is. You know, they don't know me. I'm not, you know, they don't know me enough to be like, oh, let's see, you know. So, and that's not always the case. I mean, there's been a lot of community members gained that way for sure, but I think
that's a big thing I like to say whenever someone comes in with a raid. I want to let them know that I'm thankful and everything, but I want to let them know that they don't have to just hang out right now. If they need to go take care of themselves, take care of themselves. Like, if you need to get some water, you need to use the restroom, you need to get a snack,
right,
go do it. You just watched a stream, you just got done streaming. That's a lot. Even just watching, you're investing your time, not being able to do other things if you're like an attentive viewer, you know? Like, obviously, you can get up and go use the restroom if you need to if you're viewing, but still, I like to make sure that I let them know it's okay for them to go do that. Mm-hmm. And I'm not offended by it at all. Like, if my number goes down to what it was beforehand, that's fine. I appreciate you for the thought, you know?
Right.
Could you imagine? How dare you go and use the restroom?
How dare you pee here? You pee your pants like a real man.
That's hilarious. Yeah. No, I mean, that's super awesome. But, and so am I saying it's not worth it? No, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say it's not worth it, you know, but definitely it would seem it's not worth it if it ruins the rest of your streams, and if it puts you in danger the next day driving to work or whatever. All this is obviously very situational. So you just have to make that judgment call for yourself, you know, time period of when you're streaming, stuff like that. You know, I think most of the three of us are married streamers. You know, I think that's something else that you have to keep in the back of your head. Like, what is best for your spouse? You know, and I think a lot of the times we're so focused on the grind. We're so focused on wanting to be successful and make it, you know, and we feel this pressure of like being there for the community and supporting the community because they support us. Is a lot of the times we'll put that on the back burner, which is like a big mistake that you can do. Definitely keep your spouse, and if you have children in mind. Don't stream extra just because some random person rated you, whose community will probably never come back. And I again, not trying to be negative with that. It's just that is kind of the reality that we see day to day. You know, we get rated. Those people, like we've mentioned in the past, they want to show out in the chat for the person to look good, and then they never come back because you're not their people. you know. So now you've wasted this time away from your children or from your spouse, and for what? You know what I mean? So I definitely suggest sticking to your schedule. If you have one, you should have one. And just being very honest. I think what, like you said, is just so great. You know, say, hey, I'm so sorry. We are actually in the middle of rating out. Come with us though. Let's go find somebody cool. You know, so I think that is super important.
I remember we talked about this or not before. You were just talking about schedules, so I feel like it's kind of relevant. What does somebody do if they don't have like a consistent schedule, like with their work and everything? Like maybe they have like swing shifts, or they work in fast food and their schedule changes weekly.
Yeah.
What do you recommend?
I mean, it depends. Where's this person at in their career as a streamer? Like, do they have a community? Do they not have a community? You know, so it just,
maybe they're just starting.
If they're just starting, I mean, that's rough. Life comes first. You got to obviously work your shifts, you know, and you just got to stream when you can. I would just put that maybe in the About Me panels or on social media as well. Even if you're new and nobody's looking for that information, put it there in case somebody wants to find it, for sure. And just put on there. There's a scheduler on Twitch if you're a Twitch streamer. Of, you know, most people, hopefully, I mean, there are some toxic workplaces that don't do this, but hopefully you guys get your schedule a week in advance, maybe 4 days in advance, maybe 2 weeks in advance. A lot of great places that do 2 weeks in advance, like, you know, shout out to them who take care of their people. But there's definitely a way to schedule it into Twitch. So I would schedule it. If you have a community, you know, you most likely have a Discord. If you have a community already, most likely, I said, not for sure. I would do the same thing in the Discord on top of your Twitch page. So basically it's foundation, right? If you're brand new starting, Twitch page. You're a little bit better, Discord and Twitch page. You're really established and, you know, you think people are going to be wanting to check you out, you know, socials, Discord, Twitch page, you know, like, it just build it and just be open with your people. You know, I run a streamer of the week where we recognize people in my community once a week. And the last couple I've had to put that on there. It's just like, hey, if they can, they're going to stream on Monday. We don't have a time period for you. It's, you know, maybe later in the evening around this time, you know, because they work and their schedules have been so hectic. So I mean, that's a great thing to talk about. Yeah. You know, those people, if they're like me, for sure, I feel like they're failing. You know, they're like, man, I'm not consistent, blah, blah, and they worry about their growth. But at the end of the day, like, the things you do when streaming on stream is, like we've talked about in the past, is what matters, you know? So the schedule is super important to be consistent, but if you just can't be, work with what you got, and I think people will find you and respect it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Like, if you're only streaming on, like, just Twitch and you're just starting out, like Aztecan said, there's a schedule that you can always update. Hopefully, if you do get it in advance, you know, if you feel like updating it every week. I personally would probably grow tired of that and quit doing it after a while.
Yeah.
I would probably just put in my About Me section, like, hey, I work swing shift, so some days, some weeks I'm on such and such days, and some weeks I'm on this such and such days.
Yeah.
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 So I agree with what you guys are saying. I think that maybe if you have a schedule that's kind of like that and you don't really know what your schedule is going to be, maybe starting with streaming's not the best plan anyway, because it's hard to be consistent whenever you don't even know your own schedule, right?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I thought you meant like already established streaming.
Well, I just meant as a content creator in general.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, we were talking about doing TikTok and stuff first anyway, but if we're talking just streaming, I think that if you can have like days of the week that you stream in general, because normally you're not working for 24 hours in a day. So normally you can find a day that you stream. So like, I'll stream sometime on this day of the week, every single week.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably the best case scenario for that. And of course, using your socials and everything. But if you really can't even commit to like what days you're going to be streaming, because maybe your schedule really does change up that much. Like, there's plenty of people that work schedules where they're on for 4 days, off for 3 days, and it just changes. Like he was saying, put that in your About Me, let people know what's going on, update your everything that you got going on for that reason.
Yeah, I mean, that's super situational. There's like thousands of jobs out there where, you know, people are 2 weeks on, 1 week off. I mean, there's so many different, so it's all situational.
Yeah.
So if you're not already a streamer and you're thinking about getting into it, you really just got to look at that schedule and make a decision. You know, at the end of the day, we want to see everybody that wants to be a streamer and actually wants to be a streamer do the thing. You know, hopefully if you have some kind of consistency in your life, like you have a certain day off, you know, that would probably be your best bet. And again, just put that in the schedule. Like, this is the one day that I'm for sure going to be on, you know, that way if somebody wants to check you out because they see other content that you post and want to check you out, they know for sure that you're going to be there that day. You know, being a 1 day a week streamer is a thing. It is okay. There are successful people out there that do that. So for sure.
And if you want to make more content, my recommendation for you, particularly if you have like just 1 day, or you can't even guarantee that 1 day, start making YouTube videos and then do like an occasional stream whenever you have a chance to do so on YouTube, because your subscribers are going to get that notification anyway if they have the bell rung. So there's no, Twitch is not a one size fits all. So maybe it just doesn't fit for what you need it for. Maybe YouTube is a better fit because it has other options for your content, when Twitch, literally the only option for your content there is streaming.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to tell anybody to not even attempt it, but you know, sometimes you just have to be kind of honest with yourself. If that's where you're gonna work and that's gonna be where you work forever, you're gonna have to figure it out. If it's a temporary place, maybe spend that time doing the groundwork of streaming, which is what we've talked about in the past. Networking, you know, finding a streamer that you like, you know, being an active member in that community and stuff, and building friends the correct way. I mean, you know, shout out to Katza, who became probably the quickest affiliate I've ever seen in our communities ever. Because that's what she did. It's not a work issue. It was just she didn't really have the aspirations to be a streamer, you know, and then we gave her that confidence to move forward. We showed her love. We showed her what community is, and she decided she was going to stream. And what was it, like, not even 3 weeks? Not even?
Yeah.
It was cool.
And one of those weeks she was out of town.
Yeah.
So she didn't stream. So technically 2 weeks.
Jesus.
Kat did it correctly, though. She came into the community. She got to know everybody. She networked. She got into the heart of the community. You know, she became a friend to almost all of us.
Yeah.
You know, so of course we're going to show her support because she's a part of the community now. She's a part of the gamely.
This is super awesome to see, dude. Like, it was just like, wow, you know, that wow. Like, if there was ever a time for Sauce to be like, suck it, losers, I was right, it's that moment right there. You know. Now, did it take her about a year of you know, doing all that groundwork? Sure. So, you know, one could say if she had intended on being a streamer, it took her a year and 2 weeks, right? You could say that if you want to be a shitty human and really analyze it.
She could have done it in
yeah, for sure.
tops.
For sure.
Yeah.
But she didn't even, that was never the goal for her, you know? And now it is, which that's on top of her being successful, was already like super awesome that like we gave somebody else the confidence to do it that didn't even want to. So hence the whole point of the podcast, because that feeling is amazing. Well, thank you, everybody. 10 episodes down, and definitely got 10 more to go in us, hopefully more than that. We're super excited. Thank you guys again for all the super awesome feedback. Shout out to everybody in the community that has been super involved with the ideas and the topics that we go over and all those things. And even all you haters out there that have been messaging that who even are we? We're not even big enough to do this podcast. We love you too. Appreciate you. Thank you guys. Stream PC out.